it's your girl Sarae, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I achieved this chocolate smoky eye makeup look using the Morphe 35O palette. For this look, I'm going to be using 3 different shades out of this palette. The very first shade is Wannabe, and that is like a light brown type of color. So I'm just taking a blending brush and using windshield wiper motions to pack that color on my eye, and I'm just putting that in my crease, honestly kind of all over the eye. It doesn't necessarily matter because this is the lightest shade that I'm working with. The main character is going to be the dark brown color that we're going to add later on. Quick disclaimer, I did actually prep my eyes before I started applying the shadow, so I did apply concealer, blended it out, and I set the concealer, and then I started adding the eyeshadow to my eyes. Now I'm going in with the second shade, Choco, and blending that slightly below the very first shadow that I used, just to give this look a gradient type of look, so you can see the lightest shade at the top and then the shade that's darker than that right below it. Okay girls, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut our crease. So for concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan, and as you guys can see, I'm taking my time cutting this crease. I'm literally just patting down the little lines, forming a half circle. Once I got an idea of the shape that I wanted, I started to fill it in, and as I was filling it in, I was also trying to perfect the shape of this cut crease just to make sure that everything looked really nice. Before I set my cut crease, I took a blending brush just to even it out, and then I went in with some setting powder to set this cut crease before I went in with the main character, which is the darkest shade. Now I'm going in with my Mario Badescu facial spray to spritz my blending brush before I dip into the third shade, which is called Cafe, and apply that all over the cut crease. After I was satisfied with the pigmentation of the darkest shade on the cut crease, I took another brush just to go back in with the second color and clean up the cut crease so it could look more defined. I used my Mario Badescu facial spray to spritz my beauty blender so I could apply my foundation. For foundation, I'm actually using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I'm using the shade F13, and I'm trying to be careful when applying the foundation around my eyes and around my eyebrows because I do not want to mess anything up, so I'm being very intentional about where I'm placing the beauty blender. When I'm applying foundation, I always try to make sure that I blend the foundation up into my hairline, behind my ears, on my ears, and even on my neck, so that it will look a lot more natural and it won't look like just the front of my face has foundation on it. Now that we're done with foundation, I'm going back in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer to brighten up underneath my eyes. To blend out the concealer, I'm going to be using these beauty wedges from Ulta Beauty, and as you guys can see, I brought the concealer all the way up to the outer corner of my eye just to clean up that area where the eyeshadow stops. I also use this as a guide for my wing liner. Once my concealer was blended out, I went back in with my setting powder and a blending brush just to set the concealer. Now I'm going in with this Black Radiance Cream Contour that I got from Amazon to contour my face. I'm going in with a contour brush to blend out my contour. Throughout the years of me doing my makeup, I've learned that it's important to blend your contour upwards instead of downwards. It just looks way better like that. I always make sure to blend the contour into my skin instead of swiping the brush across my face, because swiping the brush across my face will cause me to remove product from places that it does not need to be removed. After I blended out my contour really well, I went ahead and took another brush to brush off the setting powder before I went in with my other contour. So I'm using the Black Radiance Powdered Contour Palette in medium to dark, and I'm just applying that where I had already put my cream contour. So technically I'm setting it while simultaneously making my contour more pigmented. I'm using the Sculpting shade as my powdered foundation because this is the closest thing that I could find that matches my liquid foundation color. So I'm just putting that all over my face where I did not apply the contour so I could set my entire face. Off camera, I went ahead and did my eyeliner, my lashes, and my mascara so that we could go ahead and do this highlight. So I'm just highlighting my brow bone to add to this look. It looks so pretty that way. Then I'm gonna also highlight at the top of my cheekbones and add a little bit of highlight to my nose. Once I applied my highlighter, I went ahead and blended it out because you do not want really harsh highlighter. It's just gonna look really weird. You want to make sure that everything blends together and everything just goes together nicely. Lastly, I'm going back in with my Mario Badescu facial spray to spray that all over my face, to set my face, let it dry a little bit. Then I took a foundation brush and patted all over my face. That is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.